Hey friends, welcome to this brand new video dedicated to Garten of Banban 8. Today we have some super exciting news because the new chapter is finally arriving. Next Thursday, August 21st, we will finally be able to get our hands on this highly anticipated game. And as you know, every time a new chapter is about to be released, the EUPHORIC brothers start posting official countdown images. This is a tradition we know very well by now. Usually, at least 7 days before the release date, the first official pictures start to appear, giving us clues about what awaits us. In this video, I want to talk to you about these incoming images and what they might show us. Could we see new characters? Maybe a preview of the new areas we will explore? Or perhaps some hidden Easter eggs to drive us crazy with theories? The possibilities are endless, and with the release just around the corner, every detail can make a difference. So stay with me until the end of the video because we are going to analyze together what we can expect and how these images might tease some of the most important new features of Chapter 8. And remember guys, subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video so you won't miss all the upcoming updates, theories and news about Garten of Banban 8. In the next few days, I will post new videos as soon as these images are released, so we can be among the very first to comment on them together. Now get ready because we're diving right into the news and starting to talk about all the possible surprises waiting for us. In this first part, I want to take you a bit back in time and show you some of the countdown images that were released for the previous chapters. Looking closely at these photos, we can see that they weren't just random pictures, but actual scenes taken directly from the chapters that were later released. The EUPHORIC brothers have always used this strategy. They post previews that, at first glance, look like simple screenshots, but actually hide important details about the story, the environments, and even the characters we would eventually meet. For example, in past chapters, some countdown images showed rooms that we later found exactly the same in the game once we played them. In some cases, they even revealed the presence of new characters without fully showing them, leaving us with an air of mystery and fueling a lot of theories in the community. Now, if we follow the same pattern, the next countdown image will probably be released this Thursday, August 14th. That would be exactly 7 days before the release of Chapter 8, just like it happened many times before. And if that's really the case, then we can expect these new images to give us our first look at never-before-seen scenes from Chapter 8. But there's more. We shouldn't underestimate the fact that, in some cases, these images have hidden small secrets that only the most attentive fans were able to notice. They could be environmental details, mysterious objects in the background, hidden symbols, or even messages that foreshadow important events in the story. That's why, if the first countdown image really comes out next Thursday, we'll have to examine it very carefully. It could reveal much more than it seems at first glance. In the next part, I'll explain why there's a good chance these images will include secrets and how they could connect to the plot of the new chapter. Now let's move on to the most exciting part. Let's start theorizing about one of the countdown images that will most likely be released in just a few days. If we remember well, in previous chapters there were cases where a simple hidden detail in a countdown picture triggered a wave of theories in the community. A perfect example comes from Chapter 7. One of the images published during the countdown contained a mysterious name never heard before. That name was Brushista. At the time, no one knew exactly who this was. We had never seen this character in the series, yet their name was right there, clearly visible in one of the official images. Over time, we found out that Brushista is indeed one of the names introduced in Chapter 7, and even though they haven't physically appeared in the story yet, we have already seen their official mural, which revealed to us their appearance in advance. This proves that the EUPHORIC brothers love to plant clues and prepare us for the arrival of new characters long before their actual debut in the game. Now, with Chapter 8 on the way, we know that new characters are ready to make their debut. And here's my theory. One of the upcoming countdown images could very well contain a preview of one of these newcomers. Maybe we could see a detail related to Claurenzo, or to Miss Mimiker, Varza, or Unibaluni. It doesn't have to be the full character, it could be a hand, part of the face, or a characteristic object connected to them. Think about it. A simple fragment, a shadow in the background, or a blurred silhouette would be enough to drive us crazy with curiosity. And just like with Brushista, we could be looking at a clue that, for now, seems small and insignificant, but in a few weeks will become a key piece of the story. Now, let's continue and let's see the next parts. Let's try to figure out when these countdown images might be released. As we mentioned earlier, these images will serve to accompany us step by step until the game's release, keeping the excitement high and fueling the curiosity of the fans. Each one could contain some small hidden clue, a detail in the setting, a symbol in the background, a character barely visible. In short, elements that will immediately spark theories and discussions in the community. Now, it would be amazing if the EUPHORIC brothers decided to publish one image a day until the release date of Chapter 8. But knowing their style, I think the strategy will be a bit different. Personally, I believe they'll go for 3 main images, each placed at key moments in the countdown to create anticipation without revealing too much. Here's my guess. First image, Thursday, August 14th, exactly 7 days before the release. This will be the official start of the countdown and will probably give us the first glimpse of an environment or character from Chapter 8. Second image, August 18th, so 3 days before the launch. At this point, the hype will be sky high and they might show us something more concrete, maybe a more recognizable detail that confirms or denies the first theories. Third image, Wednesday, August 20th, 1 day before release. Here we could get the most significant photo, the one that makes us say, okay, I have to play this as soon as it comes out. 3 images that will mark our wait and that, if we read them carefully, could already tell us a small part of the story of Chapter 8 even before we start playing it. So, let's be ready because we will analyze all the new official countdown pictures. Now it's time to talk about everything that awaits us in the new chapter and how these new countdown images could be directly connected to what we will see once the game is in our hands. Chapter 8, as we now know very well, will be a turning point for the entire series. The EUPHORIC brothers have stated several times that this will be the most polished, most content-packed, and especially the most horror-filled chapter compared to all the previous ones. We're not just talking about adding a few extra scary scenes, this is about deep work on atmosphere, tension, and visual style. The graphics will be significantly improved, with more detailed textures, more realistic lighting, and environments that will transmit an even stronger sense of unease. You can clearly feel that their goal is to make us feel constantly watched and in danger, even in moments when nothing seems to be happening. And the countdown images will probably be the first real taste of all this. They could show us glimpses of darker environments, corridors lit only by faint, flickering lights, rooms where the shadows seem almost alive, ready to hide something around every corner. But not only that, these images could also highlight the graphic and technical improvements, making it immediately clear that we're not talking about a regular chapter, but about a clear leap in quality. In fact, we've already had a taste of this. The 4th teaser trailer and the final trailer showed us completely renewed environments and a much more cinematic use of lighting. The countdown images could therefore be a natural extension of what we saw in the trailers, showing us even more details and maybe environments that haven't been revealed yet. And there's a very interesting aspect. In the past, the EUPHORIC brothers have always used countdown images not just to show places or characters, but also to transmit a precise hype. So, stay tuned because in the next few days some huge news might be coming our way. The countdown images for Chapter 8 are just around the corner and I can't wait to analyze them with you to discover all the hidden details and possible story teasers. As soon as the first image comes out, I'll make a brand new video to comment on it together, so we can be among the first to discuss every single element. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. Your support means everything and it's what keeps me bringing more content about this series. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and leave a like, so you won't miss a single update about Chapter 8. Bye bye!